So, Archie Sharp, thank you again for allowing me into your home. Hope you're good. Hope you're alright.
All good.
So we'll start off with, obviously you got your fight coming up in about 8 weeks' time,
Yep.
by the time we're recording. Where's your head at right now?
I'm in a good place. Good mentally. I'm in a good place physically, and looking forward to it. A lot of excitement for this fight. A lot more excitement than usual.
Does the 8 weeks help with that excitement? That you have a bit more time?
Yeah. So obviously, especially over the last couple of years, the fights that I've been given us like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, like notice, to get ready for these fights. But no, it's nice to have a long period of time to get ready. I know who I'm fighting. I know what I'm fighting for. Big show, live on the zone. So yeah, no, I say it's just nothing but excitement at the minute. It's all good.
Okay. And I'm assuming this is your first time fighting in a stadium. Yeah, I know you fought in the OT Arena, but this will be Doncaster Stadium, football team.
Yeah, so first stadium fight, which is good. I'm travelling away again, going to the Lions Den, so looking forward to that. And I was up there a few weeks ago at the stadium, and it's a great stadium, and it's going to be a good night, a good atmosphere, especially when I come home with a belt, taking it from your man.
Cool. Right, so we'll circle back to the fight at the end of the interview, but let's get into the mindset and the build up.
Yeah.
So like this period of time now. So what do you think makes this fight different from the other fights?
This fight for me this is what I need. Like Maxi on paper is in front of me career wise. Like he's been a former world champion. He beat George Kambosos. I know they give him the decision against him, but George Kambosos he's doing what he's doing. He's a great fighter, world champion. So the level of Maxi is above what any other fight that I've had so far. So arguably this is the biggest fight of my career. But that's what excites me, because that's where I know I can showcase how good Archie Sharp really is. I need these fights to be able to do that for my level to rise, So yeah, it's a big fight, and it's a fight that I know I can win, and it's a fight that I'm really excited for.
Cool. So as you've said this is going to be arguably your biggest fight of your career. What kind of fighter do you think you'll go in this time around compared to your other fights?
A lot more confident. I'd say. This is my first 1-3 fight title fight at lightweight, and what people don't realise is in my head I've had little demons at 130. Just because I've been at the weight for so long. I'm 29, 30 in a couple of weeks, and I've been making Super-Featherweight for 10 years as a pro, and it was just getting too tight for me. And I think every fight that I was doing the 130 mark, there was always things in my head thinking, has it took my resistance out, has it took my strength out, has it took little things out of me, out of my performance, because it was so tight for me to do. Where now going in at 135, I've got that more confidence of myself, like making the weight, and that's just a big thing, As long as I know I prepare myself correctly and I'm in the best shape, like I let my boxing skills, I adapt. I'm a fighter that can adapt. So as long as I'm in good shape and I know things are done correctly, like mentally, I'll be going in there very confident.
Okay, it sounds like you're confident, and it sounds like you're going into a new step that you're very confident in. So run me through a day on how that looks now going into that next way up. So what's a typical day at training camp, for example?
So training camp at the minute, it's good. I'm in a good place. Like I said, the team's really strong. I've brought in a few new things that are happening. I've got a new mind coach that's in with us now, which I've always had a mind coach. People who know me, like up to just before COVID, I've always had a mind coach, and I think not that I outgrew it, but what it was, when you think you don't need the training anymore, it's like training. You got to train your mind every day, and I kind of got to a place where I was reading books and listening to podcasts, thinking that was enough, and it did do me good set in a few things in life. Don't get me wrong, but with the boxing and the performance side of things, I needed to have my mind coach there. So I've got a new mind coach coming, and that's working really well. I'm excited for that, and. But yeah, training camp's going well. Richard obviously is my main trainer. Still got Ian, Lee, Paul's still doing my nutritionist. Things are still the same, but yeah, it's old school for me and Richard because Richard's trained me since the age of 7, and things have only kind of gone a bit south when we've been apart. And the last couple of fights, so even though Richard's been in the camp, he hasn't been in the corner. So it's nice that we're both back in the corner together for this fight, and because we both know each other so well, he knows how to get the best Archie Sharp out of me.
So I wanted to ask you how important your team is, but I think you've alluded to that a little bit now. But how important do you think it is for this fight specifically, first time in a
Yeah, so obviously the team's very important, and we've actually brought, when I said about bringing in a mind coach, we've also got John Cole in, who John Cole was part of my training camp, well, my training since I was like 8 years old with Richard, when back in the Eltham days. So John trained with us then. So like I said, this camp is kind of like a throwback camp for us because the training side of things is really old school. We've gone really old school training, and I think that's what gets the best of myself out. And the team know that, and the team are really important. Obviously, we've got Ian there still. Ian's phenomenal at what he does. But yeah, it's just more of a personal preference for us with me and Richard because being with each other for so long, we've got that bond, and he knows if I ain't doing things that he wants me to be doing, then he's the first one to let me know.
Any career reflections? So I'm gonna go through your career and how you felt from when you first went pro in 2015 till now. So when you think about where you are now, did you pick to this?
No, I never. To be fair, I thought I'd be a lot more further than I am. To be honest with you, but I've had a very interesting career, and it's only when you look back and people have told me like about trusting the process, being patient. That at the time when they're telling me this, I'm like, no, I want it now. I want it yesterday. You know what I mean? So like I say, I'm pro 10 years, and after reflecting, you had COVID, I had a couple of bad injuries, and I had a bit of politics. So really, for myself, I feel like I've only really had 5 years out of them 10 that were active. But I was fighting four times a year. I was busy. I was on all the big shows, and then it kind of hit like a stop. So now I'm in a rebuild sort of period, which I didn't think I'd be at 29. But it's character built me completely different how I thought it would have, you know. If I just kind of went on that run, I don't think I'd be the same person I am today. Like, I've come across all sorts of challenges along the way, which could have made me go the other way, but it hasn't. Like I say, with the character building, it's made me a better person and mentally for it now, for when I really kick on, which I think is going to be now, like this big fight, Maxi Hughes. Once I beat Maxi, this really does springboard me on. Even though I thought I was ready back then, looking now a few years down the line, I'm probably thinking, no, that might have been a bit too early then. Where now I feel like I can't, it's now or never now, because I'm more mature as a fighter. Like I said, I've been through a lot of things mentally, physically with the boxing, and I feel like I'm a lot more mature and ready to go and take over and spend the next 5-6 years as a pro at the top level.
So what's one thing you've taught from boxing that you now carry with yourself as Archie Sharp?
See, with boxing, it's discipline. I'm a very disciplined person, I like to think. Whether that's just drinking or going out or things like that, like I don't do any of that. And I'm very disciplined with the family. So yeah, I feel like that's my biggest one since a kid. Like getting up, doing the training, getting up at certain times. Like, I'm not lazy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm driven, I'm very driven, and I feel like I've been gifted that through with boxing.
Run me through how your mindset was between the ages of 19 to 29. So I'm going to break it down. Let's say from 19 to about 23, 24.
Yep.
What was your mindset then? From 24 till about 27, what was the mindset then? And then from 27 till now, what's it been?
So early on, obviously, where you see so many greats over the years, they all done big things like in their 20s. And it was like their careers was done by like mid-20s, do you know what I mean, late 20s. Don't get me wrong, you still get the few odd fighters now that have come through early 20s and kicked right on, but I thought all had to be done then. Where now I'm realising, hang on a minute, things are different. Like I feel better now than when I was in my early 20s. You know, like in the side of, in the mindset, how I train a lot smarter. So yeah, I'd say from my early 20s, I needed everything there and then. I wanted it now. Where now I've learned about patience and about trusting the process, and everything happens for a reason.
What's then kept you motivated all throughout this year's?
Um, Look, there's a few things that keep me motivated. So I've got children, I've got a wife. It's been my dream to be champion of the world since a baby. So they're the kind of my main things that motivate me and to succeed. You know, I don't want my kids struggling, and I don't want people in the family. I want to give back. That's my biggest thing, is giving back, and to do that, I need to be in a financial good position. I need to be financially free, if you like. So yeah, for me, it's about giving back, and to do so, I need to really smash the boxing and do what I know I can go and do.
So looking into your personal life a little bit, as you spoke about your wife and your kids, how much of a role have they played for you as a boxer and as a person?
Yeah, they played a massive role. And another thing to look back on, see where I'm 29 now, I've got 4 kids. So I've done it all early doors. So that's how I look at things now. Like, having to do the newborns and all that now, I reckon that would play a big effect, and it has done for me through camps. Don't get me wrong, like through previous fights, it has played an effect, having newborn kids and having all these children and finances, where it's all been a lot of pressure for me. When now I feel like I've kind of got out of that bubble a little bit, and now I can solely focus now back onto my boxing. So I wouldn't change anything. I've done it all early doors, and now we reap the rewards. So yeah, that was something that I was looking back on. I think about it all the time. People say to me, "How hard is it having 4 kids?" And it has been challenging, very challenging. But I wouldn't change it now, because I've done it all early doors. Now I can kind of enjoy what's to come.
How do you then switch off when you're at home?
What do you mean, like?
So how do you switch off from being the boxer, Archie Sharp, trying to conquer the world, to being the family man of 4, taking care of the missus and the household?
Do you know what it is? I think that's just come with timing. Like, I've been boxing since I was 7, so for me to switch off now, boxing's always in the back of my head, and when I'm training, family's always in the back of my head. So it's always there, but I just know now when I'm in the driving seat, what to do. So say, for example, with the family, I need to concentrate on the family. When I'm in the gym, it's time to do gym. You know, there's no point being with the family, keep thinking about boxing, because I can't do it. Do you know what I mean? It's just a waste of energy, and there's no point being in the gym, keep thinking about things to do at home, because it's the same again. It's just a waste of energy. You can only control what's in front of you. So basically, for me, I go to the gym. That's it. Lights out. Let's, like, phones off. Let's go. You know, it's fully focused in the gym, cracking on. And then when I come home, it's all about relaxing, and enjoying the time, because it does go quick. Like, when I look back at the kids now, like my oldest in secondary school now, and my baby is going to be starting nursery soon, and so it does go quick.
What's something the fans don't know about you, but they should?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, I can't wait to write a book, because there's things that people don't really understand and see behind the scenes, like the sacrifices. I was only chatting to someone the other day about it, about kids, because that's obviously about my little one. Would I get him into boxing? And I said no. Obviously, I want him to fight and do the training, because I learned a lot with the discipline, and it built me as a person. You know, character building me. But the making the weight at the age of 13, you can't go out, can't eat sweets, can't eat chocolates, go and see your nan and granddads and family, and all the cousins are eating food and doing whatever, and you can't. You can only drink water. I've been through all that. I've had all that. I still have it really now to an extent when you're in camp, but it was more strict then, because the scientific side of it was very old school when we was coming through. I was like, right, don't eat for 24 hours or whatever it was. Hot baths, and it was ruthless. So when I look back at some of the things I had to make weight, it was crazy. So there was a lot of sacrifices as an early kid that people don't probably realise that I had to do, and I've stuck with it. Like, it's not like I've done it once or twice and it was done. I've won many national titles because I stuck it out and done it. So yeah, there's been a lot of sacrifice. And I think people as well, I think when you're on, let's say I've had a lot of politics and stuff that have gone on and things not going my way, injuries. And I think people see you on TV and I think everything's all flying colours, and it really ain't. it's really not how people see it on the TV. So that could be one thing that probably the people don't see, the supporters don't see, and but yeah, there's so many things in the closet that probably come out in a book later on.
Just on the book, what would you name it?
It's a good one. It can't be nothing too simple. Like Sharp's life, can it? But I don't know. I haven't really thought of it that deep yet. But all I know is that when me and Richard do sit down and go through what because he remembers more than what I remember. Like he tells me things I forgot. Because obviously he's been with me since the age of 7. So he picks up sparring or training camps or things that we done or things that we didn't do a lot more than what I do. And it's only when he jogs my memory. Because obviously I'm flat out. I said to you just before we started, I feel like I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but anyone around me would say that I've got it because I am 100 right now. From the minute I get up, it's non-stop back and forth. So yeah, so sometimes my mind runs away with itself where Richard can remember certain things. So yeah, it'd be good to write a book.
So with that, we've gone into a little bit of your family, your missus, your kids, and I can only imagine that being a driving force for you. But on a day-to-day, just for yourself, what makes you wake up in the morning to go and be a boxer and be a family man? What makes you drive in life?
To succeed, like I say, for me, I want to be the best version of myself. Like I don't want to get to later on in life and I listen to a lot of podcasts and I read a lot of books, and you hear a lot of people say, what would you don't want to get to your deathbed and look back and go, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that, So I know boxing is a short career. I probably got 5, 6, 7 years maybe at this sport, right, which is a short time. So I know I can be champion of the world. I know it. I've dreamt it. I visualised it. I know it. I genuinely believe it. So if I got to the end of my boxing career and didn't achieve that, I'd be very, very disappointed. So for myself, it's like, I know what I need to do. I'm going to go and do it. And to do that, you have to get up. And even on the bad days, you just need to shake it off and just crack on, because it's one thing that you can never get back, and that is time.
Right, so we get to the fight now, May 23rd. Really got a feeling that you're quite confident for this fight. But like I would say, when the fight night comes, I'm going to ask you again how you're feeling. But right now, how are you feeling?
Yeah, just fight night. Look, 8 weeks. It's a nice time for me to get what I need to do physically, get myself in the physically best shape. But mentally, like, I'm there, I'm ready. Like I could go tomorrow. Like I'm mentally there. People, it's funny because obviously it's the biggest fight of my career. People be like, "Oh, wouldn't you be more nervous?" But no, not at all. Like this is what I need. This is my comeback, especially after my last fight. I need to. Not that I need to. I ain't got to prove it to anyone. Like I'm in this game for myself and for the family. But I know what went wrong in the Ryan Gardner fight. I know I can beat Ryan Gardner. Listen, they're good people. I was with him not long ago. Ryan Gardner, good people. Wayne Batten, his trainer, his team, they're all good people. But I generally know I've got the ability to beat Ryan. I just need to be on my A game. And for me to be on my A game, the weight's got to be right. The training's got to be... Do you know what I mean? There's all these little things that have to be right. And it wasn't right for me on the night. It was right for him, hence the reason why he won, But... So yeah, this is why I'm really confident for this fight, because I'm going to show everyone the real Archie Sharp, because arguably, like I say, this is the biggest fight in the British lightweight division at the minute, because Maxi's highly up there. Everyone's avoiding Maxi. The phone call got called. I had the phone call and I said, yeah, no problem. Like, let's take that fight. There's no in an hour in. There weren't no. It was done. Like I say, that deal was done within 12 hours, I believe. So I'm very confident in my ability. I'm confident that I can beat anyone in my division. But it's how Archie Sharp is on the night and how I am leading up to the fight. And I believe that mentally now I'm in a lot better position. I've been in for... could even say this is the best mental state I've been in for boxing career as a pro, even in the amateurs. I feel like I'm in a lot better position than I've been in ever.
As you're quite confident, I think people might ask how you're so confident after you had your pretty much your first loss since you've been unbeaten. So what do you think went wrong in that fight that makes you confident enough that you're going to rectify it in this fight?
I just needed that because even though I said about the weight, if I beat Ryan Garden that night, I wouldn't have moved up. I'd have stayed at 130 because there'd have been another carrot dangling saying, if you win this, you get the EBU like what he just won. So I'd have killed my body to get down to 130 again. And who knows, it could have gone even worse another 8 months, because it's 8 months or so from the fight when 1st of March since we last boxed. So yeah, 8 months on, trying to make that weight for an EBU, who knows what could have happened. Could have ended up getting chinned, knocked out or something because of it was just taking the toll on my body. So everything happens for a reason. I needed that. It was a good fight. It was a lot closer than what the scorecards had it. And it was a co-main event at the O2. Like, so what? I'm not going to moan about it. Obviously, it's a result that didn't go my way, but overall, it was a great night of boxing. The fans loved it. It was a great fight. But hats off to Ryan. He got the win. He got the nod, and at the end of the day, that's, like I said, going back to your question, so why am I so confident? It's because everything happens for a reason, and I needed that to happen. And I needed a little kick up the arse to say, right, Arch, come on, you can't just keep turning up now and letting your ability just get you through. Because that's kind of where I've been doing. Even though I'm training hard, there's never been no kind of structure to it. I was going to gym, train, and just turn up and fight. When now there's more of a structure to it. Like I say, I got my mind coach back, and I've just realised a couple of things that I needed to change and tweak, which I've done. And that's what will put me to the best Archie Sharp that everyone will see on May 23rd.
What would a win do for you against Maxi Hughes for your career right now?
A win just springballs me where I need to be. Like, that'll be after that. You're talking about world title fights. There's no reason why not. In the day, he was the IBO world champion. He's only lost to great fighters. Like I say, a couple of them have been robberies. So yeah, this is the one that kicks me on. This kicks me straight into bigger fights. This is a big fight with Maxi Hughes, like I said to you just a minute ago about it being the biggest British lightweight fight. So once I beat him, it's moving on. European world, some massive fights.
So after you win this fight, or after you say you're going to win this fight, what would be, or who would be your next target?
In regards of, look, the lightweight division is flying, and there's one name that's always going to stand with me because I believe I should have boxed him at 130, which was Shakur Stevenson. So for me, it's definitely still Shakur, still on my radar, still a fight that I want. So ideally, yeah, beating Maxi Hughes can kind of get me into them conversations with them big fights.
So I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for allowing me into your home and doing this interview with you. But if you want to go look back in your career since you started in 2015 till now, if you'd go back and meet your 19-year-old self and he walked through the doors and said, "Hi Archie, have you got any advice for me?" What would you advise him?
Yeah, I think patience is a big one for me. I think I touched on it just on a previous question about winning it all now. I thought I was ready when I first turned pro. I'm ready for the big fights, ready. But now looking back, myself now at 29 would beat myself at 19. So, and that's because I've been able to mature, been able to learn the game, learn the business, learn a lot of things. So yeah, if I was looking back at myself now, I'd just say, just trust the process. You've got a long time to stay disciplined, like I have done all the way through. Keep yourself in great shape, because longevity, you see the great fighters out there, the Mayweathers and the Pacquiaos, all these great fighters, they all lasted through because they lived a life. Do you know what I mean? So to keep a long career, you have to live the life, and that's what I feel like I've done. So yeah, I'd just say that's what I'd probably say. That's the advice I'd give, and it will come when the opportunity comes. I.e., like my opportunity now, you got to take it with both hands, and then kick on.
Thank you again. Any words for your sponsors? We'll go into this camera if you have anything.
Yeah, so everybody knows that the boxing side of things is very, very hard on its own, let alone the business side. So for myself, without my sponsors playing a massive part in keeping me going and keeping me on this journey to become a world champion, obviously I'm forever grateful. And for myself, I'm paying back, winning world titles and having some very memorable nights to come. And like I say, thank you very much. I couldn't be here without you either. So thank you.
May 23rd. Any final words for your fans or haters out there?
Just tune in. Just tune in. It's going to be a great night of boxing. A great event. Live on DAZN. And you've got two fighters in there that haven't got to shit talk each other to sell a fight. Because this here, the levels speak itself. You know, the ability speaks itself. Like these are two fights. Myself and Maxi, we both took the fight. And we both got ability, and we both generally believe we can win. He obviously believes in his side, and I generally believe, and it's going to be a hell of a cracker, a fight. So yeah, stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Thanks, Archie.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, cheers, brother.
Right, that's it.